Bolstering energy reform, a top priority for the Davis administration. Last week, it was an agreement to secure liquefied natural gas. This week, the Prime Minister introduces legislation to make reducing emissions as easy and as cost-effective as possible. Altovise Munnings joins us in studio tonight with more on what the government brands as landmark climate regulations to accelerate clean energy transition. Good evening, Altovise.
Prime Minister, the Honourable Philip Davis, tabling the Emissions Reduction Initiatives and Incentives Regulations Wednesday, which will be the first regulations enacted under the Climate Change and Carbon Market Initiatives Act. What's on the table models the 2022 Climate Change and Carbon Market Initiatives Act. Now, the first objective is to implement emission reduction initiatives and incentives, like a person or entity participating in a government-led emissions reduction initiative by applying to the National Emissions Registry.
Like to take a gas station, may register itself, and they may say, well, look, we would want to participate in this exercise, and they would have to record, example, how much fuel they're selling. They have to give information on the fuel they sell, the oils that they're selling, and then that will be translated into what it may likely to be in respect to the emissions that will flow from that sale. And then from that, we're able to keep account of what our contribution is to gas, to greenhouse gases emissions.
Focus will also be placed on reporting emission-related data and issuing emission allocations permits, which will even consider incentives for key stakeholders.
Emission allocations ultimately allow for the permit holder to emit a defined quantity of pollution. If it is determined that an entity is a continuous high emitter, it will be noted that the emissions allocations may be issued after an assessment of the submitted emission data.
To ensure transparency, the final mission entails recording and tracking the data-driven analysis and measurement, and then reporting that information to ensure the public is aware of the progress to reduce emissions. And Prime Minister Davis is adamant that there is no way government can meet its climate change goals without a full buy-in from the public. Mokashla, back to you.